Hi, and welcome to this trend video. I'm Tom Edwards, and today we're going to talk about digital twins. So one of the bigger trends in 2019 is going to be tied to digital twins. But why? What are digital twins, and why should we care? So a digital twin refers to a digital replica or a model of some type of physical asset or a physical twin. This could be, process, people, place, systems, devices. It can be used for various purposes, but it's mainly focused on simulation of performance. So far, whenever you think about digital twins and how they're used, it's mainly in factories. So you think about industrial IoT or Internet of Things scenarios, the digital twin basically serves as a bridge between physical and digital. So the physical asset has, lots of IoT sensors. They're constantly collecting various forms of data. They feed that information to a digital twin. So the digital twin actually analyzes and runs predictive simulations. And the findings from these virtual models can be applied to a physical asset. So that's great for preventative maintenance and for factories, but what does this mean potentially for consumers? So when we start getting into my hypothesis, there is a possible connection to consumer experience and the use cases that can be basically tying physical sensor data with virtual assistant proxy simulations. So basically what's going to enable all of this, it's really highly contingent on 5G connectivity. This is going to fuel this connection of all these various IoT frameworks as well as edge computing, and it's going to reduce potential latency. And it's really going to allow for the ability to process information as close to the source as possible. This will allow connectivity and enhanced data transfer capabilities of the 20 billion IoT devices that exist today. So in 2019, we're also going to see the accelerated adoption and dependence on virtual assistants. So there are essentially now over 1 billion devices that provide voice assistant access today. 90 million use voice assistants on smartphones, 45 million people use them on smart speakers per month, and digital assistants are an on-ramp to the further usage of AI and robotics. So as virtual assistants move towards the center of the operating experiences on phones, we're going to continue to move towards what I call the proxy web. This is where virtual assistants begin managing certain aspects of our lives behind the scenes. So essentially, our proxy will be able to communicate with other proxies. They'll align preferences. They could map everything from where we'd like to eat dinner with a friend. It already knows our food preferences, our schedule. But it's this preference ownership and the ability to communicate with other proxies and nodes and systems that could be really key to unlocking spatial computing simulation at scale. So when I talk about this idea of spatial computing, this is another kind of key area of focus in 2019. We'll basically be able to further meld physical and digital experiences, and we've seen this rapid democratization of various forms of spatial computing. Spatial computing is simply using the physical space around us as a medium to interact with technology. This includes augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, hyper reality, and more. You can see from the images on the screen there are lots of different iterations and ways in which you can drive and experience through spatial computing. So the goal here, though, is when you think about this digital twin hypothesis, it's not only to deliver a one-size-fits-all experience, but how can you create personalization at scale through spatial computing? So what actually ends up happening is digital twin type simulations may be the key to connect custom reality overlays based on preferences driven by our virtual assistants. Here's just a use case or the idea in action. So I'm a Star Wars fan, have been for a very, very long time. And Target, the retailer, normally goes really, really big with Star Wars in-store promotions when there's a major release. With the digital twin simulation concept, based on my personal preferences, my virtual assistant already knows that I have a strong affinity to Star Wars. Based on my past behavior, this could be voice queries, watching Star Wars theory videos via YouTube, my past purchases of Funko Pops, etc. Instead of plastering the store with physical Star Wars promotional material, Target could have pre-mapped various spatial computing experiences that are triggered based on preferences discoverable via my Proxy virtual assistant. So it could potentially work like this. The target in-store sensor network could feed previous trip information of me and other guests with a similar affinity and allow for a simulation to be adjusted to get me to a specific area of the store or present special offers on, say, custom Funko Pops that are specific to that retailer. So the digital twin becomes the intelligence engine to enhance the base physical store experience and create a personalized experience based on digital simulation. So that's just a quick preview of why I think digital twin technology is going to be a key thing to watch in 2019 as the use cases begin to expand beyond industrial IoT and we begin linking the intelligence and preferences from our virtual assistants to our environments to trigger custom experiences. This is a key point of connection between how we can unlock personalization at scale through spatial computing. I'm Tom Edwards. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via Twitter at blackfin360, or you can contact me at blackfin360.com/contact. Thank you.